Hey everybody, I'm Chris here and welcome to another edition of BK Connect. We're back at Barclays Center. In order to get your questions in to BK Connect, it's really simple. Go to Yes Network's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter pages. Use the hashtag BK Connect, and your question could be answered by a very, very intelligent Nets beat reporter. And I have two of them right here. Devin Carperdian from the BrooklynGame.com and Rod Boone, of course, you know him from our last edition from Newsday. Rod, let me start with you. This West Coast trip was supposed to really right the ship for the Brooklyn Nets. And they went out there, they won one game, but they lost two games.
Right.
Not only the losses on the floor, but losses off the floor with the injuries as well. But before this team experienced those injuries, there was something wrong. What's been wrong with this team?
Inconsistency. They've been so up and down this year. You're not sure what team's going to show up any given night. One night, they beat the Miami Heat. Next night, they lose to the Orlando Magic. So they're so up and down right now. You're not sure who's going to show up at any given particular game. But the Nets feel they have the pieces in place to get it done, which is not happening right now.
It hasn't come together. They haven't gelled. You know, the cover Sports Illustrated, but we haven't seen anything yet. Let's get to your first question, and it comes to us from @LBL4Life1 via the Twitter. Don't you think the Nets are deferring too much and passing up on open looks, Rod?
It's weird. At times they are, but at times they aren't. Sometimes they pass the ball a little bit too much, pass over open looks, but there are times they're actually holding on to the ball a little bit too much and doing a little bit too much isolation one-on-one ball. So they got to find that happy medium right now. I feel like if one guy is hot, you got to keep going to that guy as long as you can while you support this matchup. A couple of the guys said, Joe Johnson in particular, on the road trip, that they felt too many times at any given game, you want to exploit every matchup. You can't do that in the NBA. You got to pick one or two or three, go at those guys and just take that matchup and do what you can. But I feel like the Nets right now do a little bit too much out there.
If you take a close look at their losses, Devin, a lot of the teams the Nets are losing to are young, athletic, and they can run up and down the floor. Is that one of their problems, that they're a half-court team and the young teams that they're playing are running too much for them?
That's a major problem for them right now. One of the things about the NBA these days is that there's so many young, athletic teams. Washington is one of those teams. Cleveland is another one of those teams. And those teams have just been able to run them out of the gym. You know, they're not able to get, transition buckets. They're not able to stop transition buckets. And they have a quick guy who's getting around Kevin Garnett when he's driving to the basket. That's going to be a serious problem for them.
You saw that with the Kings. You almost saw that with the Suns as well. Let's go to our next question, and it's our buddy Mason Plumlee. Will Mason Plumlee get more playing time? He looks like a legit NBA player so far. That's from Marcus Morden on Facebook.
Absolutely. I mean, Mason's been playing really well. He's the guy who, when they first drafted him, I wasn't sure if he was a good pick at that particular point, but he's proved me wrong so far. He's played really well. Again, high-energy guy, athletic, can jump really high, can challenge guys like Blake Griffin. Alley-oops. The Nets don't have guys who can throw the ball to and say, go dunk it. He's one of them. In the NBA, that's a really huge key. You have somebody who can throw the ball to and say, son, here you go throw it down. So having him, I think, play more minutes will help the team out in the long run.
Devin, how important is it for a player to be fearless?
I mean, I think it's crucial. I mean, look at Reggie Evans. He's one of the most fearless players in the NBA. I think Mason's played very fearless at the same time. But when you look at Mason, I think what Rod said is key. He's done really well in his limited minutes. But the fact that he's playing so much is indicative of why this team is struggling right now. They were built in July to win a championship, and they're giving a rookie significant playing time because of health, because of inconsistency, because of lack of energy. And if they have a guy who's supposed to be a 22nd overall pick playing those kind of major minutes, it's wholly indicative of how many struggles this team has had so far.
Well, we'll see if the Nets can start to turn things around. And we have a tweet of the week from one of our fans as well, @Justin Pinotti from Twitter. Who needs a point guard when you have Andre Black? he handles a rock pretty well.
He does. We kind of joke around about Black sometimes being a point guard. In his own mind, he's Mr. Harlem Globetrotter. You go behind the back, between the legs. He's a 7-foot point guard in his mind. But let's be honest. Dre's game is down.
Why is he bringing up the ball?
Dre, get the ball. Don't bring up court. Find a guard right away.
He is the greatest show in sports. When he has the ball with 6 seconds left in the shot clock, there is no limit to what he can do. And that's in a good and a bad way. He could just absolutely, he can change a game in a great way, and then he can destroy it 3 seconds later.
I'm going to take these two off the hot seat, but now it's time for you to get back on the spot and send us your tweets. Again, the Yes Network Facebook page, Instagram, and Twitter pages using the hashtag BKConnect. And we look forward to hearing you next time.